constantly on the go? Miss hanging out with friends, family, or even yourself? Do you ever feel like you need an escape? Whitney's Escapes is here to help with just that. We specialize in family travel, autism travel, group trips, vacations, staycations, and more. So when you're ready for your next escape, make sure you contact us at whitneysescapes.com. Follow us on social media at Whitney's Escapes as well. Whitney's Escapes, where your dreams become your reality.
Just love. Oh, look at the great background.
You like it?
I do like it. I like it a lot.
Surprise.
The pool, the walkway. You see, traveling and say, look at us. Hey, Chris, how you
Exactly.
doing?
Did this just for you to put a smile on your face.
Thank you, because it's only Tuesday and it's already been a week.
Anyways, back to me. So, did you notice the video is bigger now?
I loved it. I loved it.
Then you need to acknowledge that you loved it. Thank you.
That's why when I came back, I started clapping. I didn't notice the background. I was clapping for the video.
I know exactly. So, I needed you to acknowledge everything. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Did you give me the finger?
No, but I should have.
I saw you when you raised your glasses.
That's how I fix my glasses. Sorry. I have to wear them now because, well, I have to wear them more now. The doctor said it was giving me really bad headaches and I'm wearing them.
I'm sorry. Well, since it's all about you today, I'll wear mine too.
Yeah. On T-Quest Tuesday, well, let's tell the people, yes, normally we're supposed to be here on Wednesdays, but sometimes our schedule doesn't permit it. So we still want to give you guys a great show. So we decided, hey, we're going to do on T-Quest Tuesdays, Whitney Escapes Takeover edition. Because tomorrow, we'll have some previous engagements.
We're going to share it together.
Yes. Yes, we are. I love the golden Whitney Escapes. It's just, that looks like the area of the background just looks like my vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait.
Exactly, because, it's all about that escape. And speaking of escapes, didn't you escape recently?
Yes, I did. I was just in Catskill, New York at Resort World Casino, and I had a fantabulous time doing a training up there. And it was one of the really good FAMs, like trainings that I've been to in the States in a while. It was a really well executed FAM where, it's educational, but they took you around the town, which is important for travel professionals because a lot of times when you have people traveling in the States, they always ask you, what's to do around these places? And some of them, it's like, I don't know, I haven't been there, or there's, yeah, because, it's a casino. I don't gamble. So most of the time when I go to a casino, I'm going just to eat or a show. So I'm not thinking about what's going on. Hey, Nina. My loyal friend, how are you doing today? A lot of times.
So now you have friends. That's great.
Yeah, see Nina right there. He tunes in every week, no matter what day I am on. So there we go. He does mixes for me and stuff on a GLM radio sometimes. So thank you, Nina, for tuning in.
The music conversations that you want to hear.
Exactly. So
let's go back to you going to a casino and going for the wrong reasons.
For the great reason, because casino has really good food.
And slots. That's my thing. Slots is my thing outside of bingo, but that's another story.
Yeah, I do bingo, but I love the food. I love when they have good shows, and usually I just go and come back home, or stay the night. But I'm not going to gamble because I don't gamble my money. So
whoa,
it is what it is. So when I went up there, it was really cool. I enjoyed the hotel. They had different suites and stuff. Great food, and then we did a tour of the things you can do in the area. And a lot of places that you go visit at the top, they don't always do that. You have to kind of figure that out on your own. But this was so it was very insightful and educational. I did some really, really awesome things there. It is great because now I had a few clients who hit me up that was looking for something different. I'm like, wait, have you heard of? No. I'm like, well, you can do blah, 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 blah. So it was a really, really good time. And I didn't realize how close it was. I know I don't like driving, but I drove up there and
We
You
never
know,
do that.
well, now y'all know. I don't. I don't like driving.
No,
But it
it's
was good.
fine.
I
A lot
listened
of
to my
people don't like
podcast.
driving.
I was listening to my podcast and I was just listening, and it was so there was no traffic, so it was really good. It was fine. Hey, Dad.
Hey, Dad.
He needs to call me to tell me where he's trying to go for his birthday, so we could
That
be out
part.
here. Exactly, because I'm booked and busy.
No, but that's great that they had a lot of things up there that you didn't have to worry about, because even though you're going for a business, at the same time, you could be a potential, not just business partner for them, but a potential customer in the near future for your own personal trips or your own personal escapes. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about
Yeah.
hospitality, no matter who is stepping into your facility or interested in your business.
Exactly. You look like you're on the news podcast on the TV screen. I love your little background. It's so funny to me, but I
Oh,
love it.
thank you. Thank you.
You
You
have
know
the voice and
me.
everything.
2021 is all about elevating and increasing, and I'm doing that in every area of my life.
We all can see. Let's give a round of applause for T plus GLM.
Yes, T-Quest and the team GLM. It's definitely growing in some amazing ways, and we just out here, you know, flexing and working hard. So yeah, I love my team.
That's great. And I'm glad, not to segue too much about off of my trip, but I love what you just said, that you're working hard and flexing and expanding your brand. Because I actually was having a conversation earlier with a friend of mine of the opposite sex. So that's another topic I want to talk about too. But how how I always be telling y'all, don't be window shopping my life. That's my saying. But people don't understand, the hustle and the grind and the things that you go behind it. Yeah, everything probably looks sweet and stuff, but you don't realize what people had to go through to get what they got. You know what I'm saying? And it's I'm glad you said, like, working hard, doing this and that, hustling, because some people like don't realize what we go through to run a successful business and to still come on here every week and to elevate and invest in our visions and our passions and stuff like that, thinking that, this is free, or, we got millions and millions of dollars and stuff like that. Like, no, we're investing in quality so you guys can, get a great show, get some good content, and also show you the level of respect that we have for our own business and our own brands. And
Absolutely.
it's important to that to invest in yourself and not just, look at people in a hateration way, but to be like, great for them, or how can I help them out to grow their brand? How can we connect? How we can do? That's how we should be looking at people. You know what I'm saying? How can we grow together? How can Hey girl, she just started another business too, so she's moving these streets as well. But that's
Yes.
how, yeah,
I
that's
be
how we're
seeing her.
supposed to
She be
be.
working. Shout
Yeah,
out to you,
she
Camilla. You
working, she
definitely be out there
grinding.
working.
And it got people looking through, like, what are you doing over there? Like, don't be doing that. Don't be worried about what people doing unless you're worrying about it to support, to help,
Exactly.
to uplift,
Exactly.
not to hate or to steal. We need to really change our mindset as people. And I'm not just saying Black people, white, all people. We really need to change our mindset. And also, as business owners, know your wealth. And I tell people that I know that. Like, every client is not my client. You know what I'm saying? I'm not chasing a dollar. I'm not going to be begging anybody for anything, because I know my worth, I know my brand, and I know what I offer. And people who do business with me or service with me always come back, because I don't give them, crumbs. You know what I'm saying? I go above and beyond. And it's like vice versa with you. You have a radio station. You know what I'm saying? That takes a lot of time. You're a voiceover specialist. That takes, when you have your own brand. All these things take time and investment. People don't
Absolutely.
realize that. I was talking to a young
Because you
lady.
make it look easy.
Exactly. But it ain't.
No, it's really not.
It's
Go
not.
ahead.
I was talking to a young lady yesterday, and she was like, "Oh, I always wanted to do travel, blah blah blah." I said, "Yeah, if you want to get into it." She goes, "Oh, for us, if that's what I said, if you have a passion for it, because it's not cheap. You know what I'm saying? To keep your
No.
license, to give your websites, to do these, like, even though I went up to New York and stuff, I still had to, give me a rental, stay there, pay for certain things. Some things they come for me, but some things I had to pay out of my freaking pocket. People don't realize that to keep your business afloat, to get trainers, just because I'm certified in a lot of places. But yeah, I had to pay time, money, all those things to do these things. And with the pandemic of last year, if I wasn't passionate and really hustling to do what I wanted to do to keep my business afloat, I would have failed. You know what I mean? I won't be able to sit here today and be on this podcast and be able to do what we're doing to show people, hey, you can do it too, with proper planning. But it's not free. It's not cheap. So anybody who's looking for an escape, please call your girl at Whitney Escapes, because I'm always taking on new clients.
Absolutely. You know, every time I get any type of coinage from my business, it goes right back into my business. You know, even for my birthday, I end up collecting, you know, a nice little chunk of change for my birthday. And what did I do? Did I go on like a shopping spree or nothing? No, I invested it right back into my business.
Mm-hmm.
And that made me happy.
Exactly. It's true. I said to even with me, I don't take money from my business, not yet. Hopefully, I could start taking a paycheck, but I needed to run smoothly where I don't have to worry. And thank God I wasn't like paying myself like that, because if I were, last year when people could not travel, I would have been in the red. I wouldn't be able to escape, right? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now, because I just been letting it sit there. And thank God I did that, because, you know, when you're not making any money coming in, I was still able to renew my stuff. But, you know, I'm like, hey, people trying to get out there now. So you got itching, please call your girl at Whitney Escapes, where your dreams become reality.
That part.
Exactly. And don't forget, here at Whitney Escapes, we do travel and events. So if you're planning events or a retreat or anything like that, health-wise, conferences, any type of things, vending, pop-up shops, or whatever the case may be, hit your girl up at www.whitneysescapes.com.
Absolutely. So let's continue to talk about this experience in Catskill, New York. What I want to do is I have a couple of pictures from your experience, your escape.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna bring them on to the show, and you just talk to us which each video, or I mean each picture is all about. Sounds good?
Sounds excellent, T. Question.
Okay. I ain't got no sense, but you gotta love me. Wait, how did I do this last time? You remember how I did it? I don't remember how I did it.
No.
We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. Because I don't remember.
I don't know how she does any of these things.
What'd you say?
I said, I don't know how you do any of these things.
You're right. And I don't remember how I did it neither. So why don't you just keep talking? Let me figure out my life. Why are you laughing?
Now we're going to take a commercial break, because there's obviously you guys. So my quest is figuring out how to pull up the pictures.
I think I figured it out.
Okay, let's see.
Look at my face.
Oh, it's your girl, Winnie from Whitney Escape. Oh, that's a video. Are we going to start? Where are we starting? Oh, this is a video of me frozen. So this is a tour of my room. And the funny part, reason you can see me, because I have, as you can see, an Apple, and I don't know how to turn the camera while you're doing a video. So I had to start like this, and I was trying to turn the camera, and I couldn't. So I was like, what the heck? So I just turned the camera and found a mirror and stood in front of it so you guys could see me talking. So, of course, you can play the video of my room. If anybody know how to do that, you can just put it in the chat, and then I'll read it.
I'm not used to technology, so.
No, I wasn't. I know it's your girl, Winnie from Whitney Escapes.
What? You know
what
I think it is? What? It's not my fault. It's your fault. It's not my fault. It's because of the file that you sent me, and it's probably not compatible with StreamYard.
Because well, go to the pictures. Can you go to the pictures?
So I think that's what it is, and that's clearly not my fault.
Well, I'll post a video on my story so you guys can check it out.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So what we're gonna do here, you can keep talking though. I got you.
Okay. So I will post the video of my room. And one thing about it, guys, you guys really need to check out the video when I do post it. The room was huge. And I asked them, I said, do y'all put me like in a fancy room because you heard about Whitney's Escapes? You know, thinking they know me. They were like, no, this is our standard room. But it is they're all considered suites because they're so huge. Beautiful, beautiful, lovely spaces. I will post that later. I did request, figure out the technical difficulties in the background when she posted pictures. I will show you everything. One thing good about it, and they were creative. Like they had like the chips for like the 6 feet distancing. They had sanitizer station everywhere. Videos, everything about wearing your mask. They also had like they did in other places where people are doing it now. Once they clean and sanitize your room, there's a sticky on the door, so you know if somebody busted open, that means somebody's been in there. But if it's sealed, that means you're the first one to go in there. And how it works too is once you leave, somebody will go in and sanitize and clean the whole room. And then it's 48 hours till they let somebody else come and stay in that same room. So they're very and this also is I went to a as you can see, a tasting. So those are the alcohols that I tasted, even though I don't drink, but I like hey, I want to go on a trip. Yeah, you need to hit me up so I can book your trip. But this was in Catskill, New York. So this was like I think 30 minutes from the resort. And they make their vodkas and gins and bourbons all there at the place I was at. And those showed that the first one's vodka, gin, and bourbon. And it was interesting how they make them, you know. Oh, the guy was very informative. It was a really great experience. And I bought some things back for my husband. And one cool thing about this place is they were on the news because when the pandemic first happened, they shut down their whole operation and made over 80 gallon of sanitizer that they gave out to like FedEx workers or hospitals. And then when they were done, they had to restrip their whole place and buy new equipment to redo their new stock for to start doing this again. So that was really cool. And it's called Do Good. So you can Google them. That was a really cool experience because I went to like beer tastings and winery, but I never worked somewhere where it was actual, you know, hard liquor, and that was a really cool experience. Oh, this is me. You see? And if you look up there where that little black line is, that where I'm writing, I put Whitney's Escapes, and then I wrote my own name right there where my hand is. But this was at Woodstock. And if you guys know about Woodstock back in the days where all the, you know, hippies and the concerts and rock concerts that were full. So they have this big thing and you can sign your name. So I signed Whitney's Escapes and I also signed my name. That was really, really cool. I had lunch there. I went through the museum. Very, very interesting. It was really, really a really great time. And, you know, I never thought I'd be into that, but seeing all the footage and reading about it was really freaking cool. Oh, now that was my steak, y'all. Because they have a steak restaurant in there. I should have sent Quest the name of it, but it's a steak restaurant in the casino, and they actually cure the steak right there. So in their windows, you can see the steak aging with the salt cubes. So you can see that before you even go into a restaurant. That's like on their display. You can pick one of those. Those are very expensive. But I got the steak, and it was, as you can see as well, but it was tender. The brown sauce was really good, and it was like caramelized carrots, but they were so sweet. They tasted like sweet potatoes. Very delicious, guys. I was like, yes, they did. They knew how to cook a steak. And then, because I'm greedy, guys, they do sherbets. So I got all 3 favorites that they had. And it was so good. It was so good. The first one's like a blue raspberry, like a blue berry and raspberry mix. The one in the middle, it was blood orange. And the one at the end was a mango. And I couldn't pick which one my favorite. Maybe the raspberry blue one, but they were always so delicious. I ate all of them. The lady was so shocked. She's like, how are you so thin and you ate all this food? I said, because it was delicious. What do you mean? Oh, back to the steak. No, that's me. So like I was telling you guys before, you see how it said pay it safe, wear your mask, wash your hands, stay 6 feet apart, 4 in full house, an elevator. And one thing about the casino, the actual gambling area is only at 25% capacity. The hotels, they can rent out to 100%, but they haven't done that yet. And because of the days that they have to wait till you go into the room, they haven't booked out like that. And also, when you do go into your room, nobody comes in there while you're there. So if you need extra towels or anything, you have to just request it. But nobody's going to come in and make your bed and give you new fresh towels. You have to request those things. And as I said before, they have these kiosks everywhere, all over the place, telling you wear your mask, wash your hands 6 feet apart. And like I said, it's like a little circle at the bottom is a chip that you get, like the $5, $100 chips. They're like everywhere, which I thought was really cool since it's a casino to have that as a 6 feet apart distancing. Once again, sanitation station everywhere. Like everywhere you go, there's a sanitation. And when you come into the casino, and every entry point, there's a body scanner that scans your temperature with a hand sanitizer and a trash right there, and hand wipes. So either one you can have. So they scan everybody's temperature and stuff like that there. And instead of them taking your ID, you just stick your ID in a card reader to make sure that you're 21 and over. So they're really not touching you or touching your belongings. You see, clean hands, sweep yourself well. So you could do all those things, put your stuff in there, dry it off, and keep it moving. That's when I was driving up. I was trying to take it. I had to slow down, think otherwise around me. And also what's really cool, guys, right next door is a water park, an indoor water park. They're not open up yet because New York hasn't opened up like that. But, when it gets hot and everything does open up, that's really cool. So if you're there with your family, or if you just like the water park yourself, you can just literally, you go in there, you park your car, and they could shuttle you over, or you can drive like a minute they're in the same area. And like I was telling you before, see the stills, so you'll know if somebody opened the room or not, because this lets you know that it's safe to go in your room. So they really was taking all the extra step and measures to make you feel safe, and that they did all those extra things. Because right now, nobody wants to get sick, and I just hope even with the vaccines that they continue to do these things, because I know the CDC is saying, oh, now that you got the vaccine, you don't have to do this and that. Cleanliness is next to godliness and next to your health. So guys, please just, Corona or not, wash your hands, keep your distance from people, so we can all just stay safe. And there goes T-Crust GLM, the Fleet DJ. You see that? Got that cake out. I saw that. But it was a really, really good time, a really great experience. I have more footage and videos. Like the hotel and casino has one part, and then right next door you can walk over, not to the water park, but they have another rooms and entertainment, which was really cool. Like you could rent out for events. They have virtual golf. They had ping pong and pool and Connect Four. But there was like a Mexican restaurant that I heard was really, really good. They're not opening up until May 1st. No, the spas open up on May 1st. That restaurant and hotel part is not open up until May 26th, if I'm not mistaken. So a lot of things are starting to open up. I told my family, I was like, I'm going to take everybody back up there. Like, you could do fly fishing in that area. They have skiing when it snows. They have like race car driving. You can learn how to drive a race car, or they can drive you really fast around the track. They got horse and buggies. They got trails. Like I said, they have so many freaking what is it called? Disparities? Where they do the alcohol. So many of those there. Thank you, dispensaries. Thank you, Quest. So many of them, like 10 or 12 of them in that small area. So you can definitely learn some things. They have the, Woodstock, which is really cool. And they have concerts there. And if you want to rent out some space, please let me know. I can hook you up. But it was a really good experience. I learned a lot. They have like Asian infused, because there's like a lot of Asians up there. So they have like 2 Asian restaurants. One is like really authentic. The other one, I guess, is like are Americanized, but it was just really, really nice. And one thing about it, like, since I don't gamble, you can go through the whole casino without even having to walk through the whole hotel without even walking through the casino. Like, you can see it, but you don't have to walk through it to get to other parts of the casino. Some places are like that, so that's why it's like 21 and older. You can't come in this entrance because they have gambling and stuff like that. This place also have really cool suites. They have penthouse suites, and they have garden suites, which are themed, which is really cool. They have a game 1-on-1, so you get 2 floors. They come with butlers. The garden suites are in the pool area, so you got your own pool plus the regular pool. Those were phenomenal. And then you have like the penthouse suites was really, really good. I have videos of those too. So I would add them to my story so you guys can check them out. But it was just a really great experience, and it's a good place for people who live in the East Coast or don't. I want to try something different and new and have some good activities and stuff. Just hit me up and I'll get you connected. And one thing about this property, they're also in New York, they're in the Bahamas, and they're connected with some Hiltons and stuff like that as well. Because the one that's in New York near JFK is actually the Hyatt. Is a hotel. That's the Hyatt hotel.
Love the
That's
Hyatts.
I do too. I love the Hyatt. I'm not gonna lie. So it's really cool, but their hotel and the one in JFK is not opened up yet. And their casino is at 20% capacity. So that shows, even though this is New York, they have 25% and they're able to have 100 people. But because they're upstate, is a different law than it is for the city. That's why it's important to have a travel professional like Whitney from Whitney's Escapes talking to third party, because, hey, people don't know that. You think because you're in New York, everything is exactly the same. It's not. It really depends on what part you're in, the demographics, what the mayor said, so many different things that are happening now during this pandemic that is really important to have somebody who specializes in these things, because things are changing all the time, like literally. Yes, T-Quest GLM.
Thank you. Let me put a disclaimer out there. Yes, it's great to have someone like Whitney's Escapes to be there for your traveling needs, answer all your questions. But do not just call her to ask her about a place that you plan on going to get the insight without actually going through her for the service, okay? Because consultation and having conversations ain't free neither. Because I think it'd be so disrespectful for you to call her like, "Hey, I'm thinking about going to Texas. You know what the stipulation is? Are you gonna have to be vaccinated before you go? Do you need to have your COVID test 5 days in advance?" And then she goes, "Oh, thank you so much." No, that's not how it works. You go through Winnie's Escapes. Okay, you go through her to book your trip, not just to answer questions, but if you want just a few questions answered, her Cash App is very active. That's $Whitley1 to answer the questions you may need for your trip. And I'm not trying to be funny, I'm not trying to be a douche. And not saying that we're not available to give out information. Everything doesn't have to have a cost on it, but at the same time, this is her business. A lot of people pay motivational speakers and stuff to speak to you. You hit up people, professionals about the business because they know the business. So you have to respect the business. She's happy to give you the information, but don't just think it's all gonna be for free and she's gonna be on the phone with you for a whole entire hour answering all these questions and then you don't even use her services, because that would not be cool. But what I want to do is piggyback off of what she was saying when it comes to Winnie's Escapes and how she went to Catskill in New York, which is only around the corner where she lives in Connecticut. I keep telling people, you don't have to always travel so far to have an ultimate experience or an escape. Don't you get that? Sometimes the best place to go is in your backyard. It could be the dopest hotel with so many great activities, and it could literally be around the corner from you. People just don't open their eyes. They think the only place they can go is Jamaica and Las Vegas and Miami. Trust me, there's so many other places. And even in, like I said, in your own backyard, there could be some incredible places that you would actually really enjoy. Be like, dang, I never even knew this was here. That's why you have to give more places a chance. And you may not know it's there, but if you contact Winnie's Escapes, you'll be shocked at stuff that she can find for you. Just
Well said, GLM. Well
and I
said.
wasn't trying to do it like a commercial. I was dead serious with what I said too.
And
was
I appreciate that because people don't realize it. Some people have tried to do that to me before when resorts, and I find out about it because I already did an inquiry and stuff for them, and then they'd be like, "Oh," and they have to come back to me. So that has happened, and people don't realize when you are a business person, you're doing consultation. Yeah, it's time and money. Don't come and use still, because stuff will come back to you. But yeah, I didn't even think about. I've never been up there before. And when I took the drive, I was like, this is right here. But I didn't know because, one, I wasn't thinking about casinos because I don't gamble. So I'm not looking at, and even though when I was at the property, the guy was like, a lot of people don't know we're here. The only people who know we're here are people who gamble because they know all the casinos are. But
Yep.
or people who are doing like huge events or heard about it from like another property and looking at the sister properties. But yeah, most people don't even know we're right here, and it was a beautiful property. And I was like, I would definitely let people know and book more people there. And they have shows and everything. And it wasn't even a bad drive at all. And the
Mm-hmm.
route that I took wasn't a lot of traffic. So it was a really good time. And that's what I'm about. I'm all about new experience. And I met this lady who runs the whole thing at another event. And she just dig my vibe. And you never know who you run into. I didn't know she was like the event manager of all their properties. And she reached out to me.
Look at
So yeah, I
that.
remember you from blah 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 blah. You have such a great energy. I just
Mm-hmm.
like to know, would you like to come to view our property? Like, absolutely. And that's why it's important, ladies and gentlemen, when you're out representing your brand, always, you know, put your best foot forward. You never know who is watching you, who is around, and what opportunity that you might miss off of just not being, professional or you. And I'm always me. She's like, so I made some really good connections, and I was like, I will be going to the other properties to check them out because I know based off of the different locations, like I said, the one in New York, the rooms and stuff is ran by the Hyatt. So I want to see the difference. You know what I mean? So, and that's why I tell people all the property, just because they have the same name brand, but when you go there, it's a whole different experience because one, they're not everything's not cookie cutter. The service might be great, but the rooms are usually different, the surroundings. So it's very important to check them out. And that also costs too as a travel professional. Like I don't go gamble and do these things, but I do it because I know I have clients who like doing these certain things, and I like to have firsthand experience to let them know what's going on, what they can do, and how they can have an ultimate experience.
Absolutely. And may I chime in really quickly?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, I forgot what I was going to say.
That is the worst.
No, no. I'm joking. I'm joking. What I wanted to piggyback off of is you never know who you're going to meet. You never know who's going to be around. You never know what they have to offer, and you never know who's watching you. Just like people's like, oh, social media just for giggles, funs, and laughter. Well, if you got your real name up there, whether you think it's a bunch of jokes, whatever you post out there will always be a reflection of you. Okay, so you may think you're joking, but this is how some people, the only version of you that they may see. Because I know it's a lot of people, but new clients that I have in my business, and I've actually heard these words. I've been watching you for months. I've been watching you for years. I see how you're a hardworking individual. I see that you're always consistent when it comes to radio, when it comes to being a journalist, when it comes to voiceover. And they literally been watching me forever. But guess what? I never came off reckless. I never came off disrespectful. They always see me as a respectable individual, which means they're like, what, that's someone I wouldn't mind doing business with. And I know I've been into different events and stuff where it could be hundreds of people or just a couple of people. It can be thousands or it could just be 10. But at the end of the day, if I'm here to do my job, I'm going to do my job regardless. If I'm here to learn something, I'm going to make sure I learn something regardless. If I'm taking the time to go somewhere, I'm going to make sure that I can benefit it my way. I'm not going to sit around and complain like, oh my God, there's nobody here. There's like three people. For all you know, within them three people, two of them might actually change your life in a better way. Just saying, and
Say
you're
that
right.
again. I always tell people like, yeah, I might have 1,000 followers on IG and Facebook, but if I don't have 1,000 clients, what's the point? For people to
That
watch
part.
what I'm doing, I'm like, loyalty is better than anything. And if you got faithful followers, faithful people who support you, that's all that matters, because like you said, you don't need a million people to do stuff. Or if this is, I said, I love intimate gatherings. I love that the best because you really get to know the person. You really get to know their brand. You can really see what they stand for to support them and stuff like that. When you're in group settings and there's a whole bunch of people, you miss stuff. You know what I'm saying? I like the special treatment with the one-on-ones. Even when I went to the sub thing in New York, um, it wasn't a lot of people there, but I was the only one who looked like me. and I was the only one who ran their own business. Everybody else was
Looks like
representative.
you mean someone with glasses?
Someone who has this lovely melanin in their skin tone.
Okay.
But, I go and represent my brand and represent my people's, you know what I'm saying? And came back with all types of information and connections. And it was a great experience. And I had a wonderful time. But if it was like 100 people there, you would still be able to spot my stuff because I'm the only chocolate there. But it's different when you can really have that one-on-one conversation, really ask those questions. You don't have to worry about 20 people trying to take that person's time. Like, how do you do this? What neck was it? What makes you like? Because I like to know because I'm thinking what my clients are going to ask me.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? We having dialogue, email. I got people's cell phone numbers, like executive EP. No, give me your so I could contact you personally when I need. Okay, wait, I'm gonna give you this. Normally I don't do it. I'm like, thank you. Because when something does happen or you're working with somebody, I want to have a point of reference and you see my face, I see your face. We know who each other is, so you know what to do. That's why a lot of times I go to these events because even if I'm not at that country, but I know like when I do my sandals training and stuff, they always fly people in who are managers or the EP of that property. So I can see them like, hey, don't forget this face. I'm going to email you with my picture in the corner so you remember who the heck it is. So when I send my clients there, you be like, oh, that's one of these case clients. Let me treat them like I got some freaking sense, even though they should do that with everybody. But I like to make sure that they know that I sent them there. I have clients who like, oh my God, when I went to the property, they came right up to me. It was like, hey, I'm the manager, blah, blah. I said, yeah, because I contact them. They say, hey, I'm sending my clients there. If they're working, I ask like, hey, please introduce yourself. If they do, great. If they don't, make sure somebody else presents something so they can feel safe, but it's important to do these things.
Absolutely. Totally get it. Well,
Metaphorically speaking.
I'm just saying. And like I tell people, this show is not just about traveling. You can really learn a lot from it. Just being a decent human being. Like we're
Exactly.
telling, just like with Mr. Brown here, who's that? Nino Brown. He said, first impressions is everything. It really is. Like, you can't come to me, a new friend to my Facebook. Before I accept you, I actually go on your page and scroll the last couple of posts that you posted to try to figure out who you are before I accept you even into my social media life. Because it's not like you're just becoming a fan. You're really trying to become my Facebook friend. Everyone doesn't get a chance to become my Facebook friend anymore. And then even if you do, whether you like it or not, or don't know, or you're actually on probation to see if you're allowed to stay here or not, because social media is about socializing and networking. And as an entrepreneur, I'm always more focused on the networking part. Now, if we just have to organically build a friendship out of it, then that's awesome. But if we don't, like, what you want?
I guess I probably won't be your friend on Facebook if I wasn't your sister because I only post a little game sayings that, people.
Yo, oh, that's something else I want to talk to you about, but I'm gonna wait for it when you do your little relationship show. Oh, was that supposed to be today? It's the end of the month.
Is it
Last
what it is?
last week of the month. Well, I guess we're gonna segue to what I want to talk about.
Yes, let's do that.
um,
I can't even remember it. God help me, Jesus.
we So here's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I keep hearing all you people, especially you ladies, keep talking about love languages, love languages, love languages, right? So I'm like, how many languages out here? Because I was everybody talking about it. But I realized I kind of semi tune you guys out because I don't pay attention to what y'all be saying when you say love language. Didn't realize there wasn't actually that many of them, right? So I apologize. There's only 5. That's freaking hilarious, right? So one day I was like, let me get into with these ladies. And I actually took the test.
Okay.
And I must admit, when I was first doing it, I was like, well, I feel like they're asking me the same question different times. Well, that they're going to stump me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm looking at the questions and I can't find some of the questions. I'm like, the old me would have picked this one. The new me is all about this one. Another version of Tara would have definitely picked this one. But the Tara T Quest I am today is picking this one. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, because as you grow, your mentality and what you like and what you want and what you love and what you deserve, it changes. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yes.
So when I actually seen the ending, because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't Google what love languages were beforehand. I literally just typed in love language test, hit the test, and then I just took it. Now, do you know what the 5 love languages is?
Quality time, acts of service, um, gifts, um, words of affirmations, and what's the last one? Acts of service, words of affirmations, physical touch.
Mhm.
Okay,
Well,
that's all.
I don't think it was like worded like that, but let
Well,
me
you know
just
what
see.
I'm saying.
Absolutely. So, it was actually worded. Okay. So it's act of service,
Mhm.
words of affirmation,
Mhm.
quality time,
Mhm.
receiving gifts, and
Mhm.
physical touch.
I said
Now,
that.
I know, I'm saying you did good. Now, tell the people what your love language is.
Well, I told you guys before that my love language has changed because my life circumstances have changed. So right now, my love language is acts of service followed by quality time. They're like 2 points behind each other.
Now,
Before it
why
was
did it?
quality time, but now it's acts of service.
Okay.
And it
So the
makes
first one
perfect sense. Just put that out there.
was quality time,
No, mine's love language is acts of service.
and then the next one is quality time.
Yes.
Why do you think it changed?
Because I changed and I became a very busy person. So, like you washing the dishes or you putting up the laundry, you know what I'm saying? You taking the kids or whatever, making sure they ready for night. Is that turns me on than us just sitting together because I won't have time to sit with you and hang out with you when I have 100 things to do. So when you
Mhm.
taking things off my plate is
Mhm.
my love language showing that you love me because you see, oh, she got messed up to do. Let me help her out because she holds me down doing X, Y, and Z. Let me do this for
Mhm.
her to make it easier for her. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then once we do
Mhm.
all these things, now we can spend quality time together. My favorite thing. But I'm not going to want to spend quality time when I have a list of things I still have to do. Okay, do you do your homework? Do you where's the, put up the food? Do this, do that, do that. You know,
Yeah.
I'm one person, and like you said on the show last time when I was talking about this, and you didn't know anything about it. He's like, I see why mommy says now she ain't cooking if she got to put up the groceries. I'm like, oh, true. People don't realize you go shop the groceries, you got to put them in the carriage when you're shopping. You got to put them on the freaking conveyor belt, then you got to put them back in the carriage. Then you got to put them in your car. Then you want me to take it out the car, bring it in the house. Then you want me to put up the groceries. Then you want me to cook the groceries. Then you want me to put up the food and then wash the dishes when I'm done. What does that look like? You think somebody got that much energy and time in a freaking day? No, I'm a human being. Plus everything else that I have to do in a day. That's just one little thing. So, and when you said that, like I see what mommy used to say, if you think I'm gonna cook and put up these girls, yeah, it's true. And I said the same thing now. And I told my husband, I said, yeah, you take them out the car now. I said, but y'all gonna learn how to open up these cabinets and drawers and figure out where mommy put the stuff. Because if y'all want me to do all of this cooking and everything every single day, how much y'all like to eat, and I have to cook buffets and stuff like that every meal.
Mhm.
Uh-uh. I'm tired now.
You
I'm
could work the
tired.
stumps. All right. Now, tell them about the transition in your life that it actually changed from acts of service to quality time.
When it changed from quality time to acts of service,
Oh, so it's quality time first.
no,
Now
before it
that
was
makes
quality
sense.
time, and now it's acts of
Now it's
service.
acts of service. Got you. Got you. Now let me ask you, and that makes totally sense, especially how you explained it. I was just like, how will it switch? But now I get it. So, what do you think mine was?
Probably the same.
Yeah.
Probably because you got a
Okay.
lot going on.
That's why you my blood. Oh, because after I saw it, and I was like, the old me would have been quality time because it said with the one you love. And
Mhm.
I was always like, I don't care where I go, what I do, as long as I'm with someone that I love. I don't care what we do. We can sit there on a park bench and have a conversation for 10 hours. It's just a quality time with spending with that person, right? But the person I am today, when I saw that, I was like, nope. I'm picking this one. The old me would have picked this one, this one, this one. But the new me, nope. I'm picking this one. And it came out as acts of service because, like you said, when you're doing so much and someone be like, nah, I got you. Don't even worry about it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I know you got a lot on your plate. So, matter of fact, actually, I already did this for you. I'm like, what? Because I know you do this on this day, on that day. Sorry, took care of it for you. I'm like, that stuff sexy, okay? Because you realize and I have a lot going on, and what put a smile on my face is one less thing I have to do, and that you can handle it and handle it well without me micromanaging you or me having to tell you to do it, and you just do it. And those little things mean the world to me, especially
Hmm.
nowadays. So when people like, "Yo," I'm like, "Yeah, I got a blah blah blah." Don't worry about it. I got you. Don't worry about it. I'm like,
And it shows that
what?
they're paying attention and that they care.
The little
Be-
things in life
Little
matter.
things, because if if you're running around like a freaking
Chicken with your head cut off.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? You're literally going to be a chicken wing. You're going to burn out. You're not going to have time to do anything else. And
Mhm.
and mentally, when you have 100 things on your mind, you're automatically tired. You wake up tired because you're thinking of 200 things you have to do. Then doing it, but to see somebody take that weight off of you is like, that's why most women are hunched over, because we got so much stuff on our mind and shoulder. It keeps us,
Uh,
like this. If you look at most women, they have horrible posture because we have so much on our shoulders to bear.
talk
But
about
when
it.
you have a partner, or to come lift something, you start sitting upright because you feel lighted. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
but people need to understand that. It's not acts of service like, oh, you gotta be my slave. No,
Mhm.
it's when you see something that needs to be handled, when you know your partner normally do it, but they got massive on your plate. Like, no, today, tag, I got you. Relax. You need to take a time off because you always making
Yeah,
sure
don't cook
I'm
today.
good.
Already bought dinner.
Hmm.
Don't cook
Or we
today,
got
or
enough leftovers in here, babe. You don't have to worry about nothing.
don't worry about it. We're gonna eat these leftovers. We're gonna love it. In your case, in my case, don't worry. Here's some money. Lunch tomorrow on me. Matter of fact, go downstairs, open the door, jiggle your lunch or dinner, enjoy. Or you hear that contribution or that cash app, like, nah, I got you. Like, oh my god. Yeah,
People
and
don't realize
he's
it does a
laughing,
lot
but
for you.
it does mean a lot. Oh my god, it means so much. Just like what little flexes I be trying to do for you. Like I know you be busy. I know this is your show, and I'm so honored for you to have me as your co-host. But I'm like, if it's something I can do to put a smile on your face, even for a moment, because you come out here and be like this, right? So I'm just like, that's your world out there. But once we go live, this is our world. So
Hmm.
whatever I can do to change your mindset or whatever in that hour is what I'm gonna do. And that's why I'm just like, yo, we gotta change this. We gotta make sure her video is on point. We gotta make sure her background's on point. It's little things. And like you said, when you came back, you didn't know that the thing was gonna be different. You didn't have to go on like these. Like you didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? And then to
Yeah.
see the background elevating, I'm like, yo,
That's a
little
great
things like
thing. That also makes me want to think of Shonda, who was on here earlier. Said, "Hey, ladies," she did a poll this week about what her show should be about tonight, and I put the importance of being a wife, whatever that one was. She goes, "I knew you would pick that." I said, "People don't realize." When I was talking to my best friend today on the phone, how much you do. Just because you're home don't mean you're not freaking busy. I'm always
that.
busy. And like most people hit me, I've been calling you. I might pop up over your house. You ain't picking up because I'm busy. Like I'm a busy person. I run my house, and that's a whole different business by a freaking self. Then I run my business, you know what I'm saying? Which is a whole business by itself too. Then I'm still, a wife, a mom, you know what I'm saying, and an individual. I feel like there's not enough time in a day to freaking catch my freaking breath. And then I'm an Uber driver, take the kids back and forth to school. Then I'm a teacher, you know what I'm saying, a nurse. So you so much stuff you have to do every single day. You don't ever get a day off. Like never. Unless you sleep, is something wrong with somebody, the first mom, they ain't gonna go daddy, nothing. It's mom. If daddy's sick, baby sick, anybody sick, the first thing, the only thing that come out is mom or whip. You don't hear nothing else. So you don't ever know how your day or night stuff is going to be. You always got to be on your toes. You always got to be willing to do things. And it's a lot. And people don't understand that. That is so much going on.
They can see everything and still don't understand there's something going on. I'm
Yeah,
even for
fact.
I suppose my little shows and events for the whole month. You see like 50 shows out of 30 days on top of having a full-time job, outside stuff, and you still be like, well, I'm sure you got some time for me. Well, if you really want to spend time with someone, you'll make time for them. Ain't nobody that busy. No, you're not that busy. Even in the middle of this pandemic thing and like working from home and this, that, and the third, like I'm home. I'm in front of my computer the majority of the day, but I'm busy the whole entire time. Even yesterday, from doing programming on the radio station to organizing files and organizing music or going through like some of my writing stuff and writing for the magazines that I work for, from jumping over doing a T Quest show, then literally stopping that, started over, add a link, do the Cap the Quest show, then do anchor this women's seminar for about 2 to 3 hours, and then jump over with my DJ crew and be a part of 2 conference calls. And yes, literally all from this same seat, but back to back to back to back, to the point like even though I was here on the computer all day, like I was exhausted. When I say I was delirious. Why? Because I have to speak all day. I need my voice to rest. I'm have to type. I have to research. I'm on my computer. I'm on my phone. I'm on my other phone. Then you got the lights and stuff in here that's draining you too. Like it's a
Mm.
lot. Even from this one place, like people need to stop worrying about other people just because they don't have time for you. At last I checked, they're not sleeping with you. They are not your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife. Because if they was the person you decide to be with, should understand your life and should never question if whether you busy or not. Period.
Say it again.
Period.
I should take a picture so we can use that as a meme.
No, you should. Oh my god! I said the day I become a meme and a
But
gift.
it's true. People
Woo.
don't realize it, and every day, my whatever I don't finish today has to go into the next day, and even like if we're going through physical things, you know what I'm saying? People don't know that. You don't share all your personal business with everybody on
And never
everything.
will.
Yeah, you don't. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand all the things that you have to go to. Even with me and now with the pandemic, if I can get something online, if the freaking system acting up, you try to call somebody, you know, sometimes I'll be on hold for like 4 hours. And I was like, "Are you still on hold?" I said, "Yeah," because um what else am I gonna do if I can't get in contact who I need to get in contact? I can spend 4 hours on hold. Thank God I got multiple phones, so I can hear, oh, we're still waiting. And if I be on the phone, oh, they find, but I go on the computer. You know, you got to do everything you need to do so that you can make sure your client is happy. And stuff are changing all the time. And then you're always researching. Somebody wants to stay within this budget. And like, honestly, I don't know how you're gonna do this, but I'm gonna see if I can pull it off for you. You know what I mean? So you're constantly doing something. You still have to say, hey, I'm still working on this. Just give me some time. I haven't forgotten about you, but I'm trying to make this kind of thing that's kind of not realistic in a sense because of the times before it could have been. But people don't realize some places who like are on high demand, like Disney, for instance, is freaking ridiculous. My personal opinion.
I
And I
just don't
love
understand why
them.
people are still questioning people in time and rush orders. We're in the middle of a whole entire pandemic. It's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of restrictions everywhere. Everyone is trying to do everything at the same exact time, and you still wonder why there's a wait line for you? Like what?
Hmm.
Like ugh. This is what I mean. Like nowadays, I just stomach human beings because they just so ridiculous. They be doing the most. Amazon, I have Amazon Prime. My stuff should have been here. I'm like, these people are risking their lives in these places. They're on overload with not as many employees trying to give you what you need in a timely fashion, and you still complaining?
Hmm.
Come on, like you can't be pulling from essential workers. You know what I'm saying? They're out there risking your life while you're home complaining. As you say, girl, don't get me started.
Don't
Okay.
let me stop.
Because what we not going to. Let me stop. But
But yeah, I just want to tell everybody I appreciate everybody who comes on here, and I want to encourage people to just communicate and tell people what you do because I was talking to a young lady in this book club I'm in just about a book, and then we got on what I did. She goes, "I didn't know you did that." I was like, "What?" She's like, "No." I said, "You know why? Because we always talk about a book. We don't know what other people do. And that is that we should always be, no matter where we are, who we're around. Don't be like that should be the first thing that come out your mouth. Hey, I'm Whitney on a really skate, book a trip with me. But eventually, when you're
That's a
talking to
long
people
story.
multiple times, you should, say what you do, because somebody could be looking for that service and you're standing right there and they don't even know you offer it. So
To
always
a
make sure you
certain
do.
degree. Not the
Yes.
one like, because people like, hey, you get your friend request, people you haven't talked to in years, they hit you up. Hey, thank you for the request. How you doing? Oh, I'm good. Still working hard, doing this and that. I got a new business selling lip gloss. I'm like, okay.
No, that's ridiculous. I didn't say
Because,
that. I'm like,
staying
it
away to
came
try
up
to
in
get
a
some of your new
conversation.
clients. And I'll be
Oh, what
like,
do you do? And I was like, oh, you don't know what I do? Blah, blah, blah. Oh,
they be in there like, I'm just working hard over here, helping everybody with their credit, because right now there's a lot going on. And I'm like, okay, great. Speaking of credit, actually, we wasn't speaking on that. You said it.
you know what's crazy about that, Quest? People tend not to believe that. Some people just have good credit. Just because I'm brown don't mean my credit is jacked up. Like somebody was offering me a service and I was like, everything you offer me, I already have and it's already good. How you say? I was like, do you want me to see my credit score? Just because I'm brown don't mean
They
I'm
was like, I
I'm
can
in
help you with
600.
your mortgage. I can help you with your car loan. I can help you with your student loans. I'm like, I don't have those loans. Then they go, well, do you know someone who does? I'd be like, look,
And
I'm
then
not
you block
knocking
them. Like
nobody's
this is not
hustle,
authentic.
but I'm not knocking nobody's hustle. But stop, because once you come off as too aggressive, you're not only messing up a business relationship, but you're messing up potential just friendship, because you feel like if someone does not support you or does not want your service, whether they need it or not, that they're being negative, they're being cheap, and that's not the person you want in your life because you're only trying to have only supporters and stuff rock with you. I'm just like, yo, change your approach and get your life together. And remember,
Exactly.
everybody is not your client.
I just want to apologize to some of you guys if you're watching me over here yarning a little bit. That's why our show is at 6 because Whitney's the early bird. Cause no, I'd be like, I
I'm
would go
like,
very
yeah,
early. And she knows that she'd be like, yo, people be hitting me up. I'd be like, hello, you sleep? Yes. Like,
she's very disrespectful. And sometimes you just got to give her a moment to get her life together. And that's exactly what I do. So let's do that. Okay.
You know it's your girl Winnie from Winnie Escapes. I'm at Resort World Casino in Castro, New York, and I just want to show you guys my room. That's me, of course, but let's look. So when you walk in, one good thing about this place is that they give you on your door is a seal, so you know nobody's been in here. This is a bathroom, but it has sliding doors. They give you our tours. Sliding doors, so you can close it, open it. You come in the bathroom, the closet's inside, it has a safe, nice that closet, iron, dressing, stuff like that. Over here is the bathroom. Open it up. That's where you do your business. And one thing I do like about this too is that they have extra tissue like in this, so it kind of keeps it sanitary, which I love. All about clean and sanitary. Here's the double sinks. The nice little thin tissue. Here's the shower. Now this is a really nice, huge shower. There's a bench. And one thing I love about the shower is that over here is where you can say if you want it hot and cold, and the shower over here. And you guys know in most hotels, to make it hot and cold come on, it'll be right under the shower. And nobody got time for that. If water cold or too hot, and you gotta figure it out and getting burnt or freezing. So I really love that it's like that. So let's go to the rest of the room. So this is the bathroom. Oh yeah, and then vanities. I'm sure the vanities. When you're getting ready, ladies, you can sit here, look at yourself, do what you gotta do. So let's keep it moving. Oh, that's my bag and my purse I'm wearing today. Here's my bed. As you can see, I was laying there before I did this video. I was tired. Here's a little sitting area, nice size bed. One cool thing about it, I'm gonna show you guys. Look, see the light? Most of the signal. So when you at night and you're sleeping, if you gotta go to the bathroom, a light comes on. So you have to worry about coming on. Here's where I'm about to set up my laptop and stuff. Nice frame TV, remote, ice, drawers, TV, so all that good stuff. I'm gonna take.
Yep, that was. Do you guys see how big that suite is? It's huge. And in the cabinet was a refrigerator. But most rooms aren't that big.
Mhm.
That a typical whole casino rooms are not that large, and that's their regular size room. So anytime you book there, that will be like one of your rooms. If you get the double bed, same thing, is a little bit bigger. They do have some adjoining rooms, and if you do the property that's right next to it, it's a little cheaper to stay there. It's literally like you walk this far, like from here to here. It's just right there. But the rooms are a little smaller. But if you stay at the casino, that is your starting room, and it goes up and up. And of course, that means the price goes up as well.
Absolutely. Well, there you go.
Look at
See,
you,
I
because you
told
got
you.
it together. You got it together,
It's
and I hope.
because of my wonderful behind the scenes team, Shanta, Jalam, because they definitely be working with me. I'm not gonna front, and I'm just like, okay, it's the file like the wrong type of file. So while you're conversing, I'm just like, yo, like turn this one real quick. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. Having a proper team and people around you in your circle that can help you elevate and increase to be a better you, to be a better them, to be a better us.
Exactly. And thank you for
Absolutely.
tuning in on Whitney and Skeep's Takeover Tuesday with GLMT Quest herself. Yes, I think that's so freaking smart because I like my room black. So, when you wake up and you gotta go to the bathroom, you don't be like, where the heck I gotta go? And in the bathroom where the vanity is and the plugs, they have little lights. So when you walk in there, you don't have to cut anything on. So you can see it's kind of like a nightlight. So when you walk in, it's sense that you're in there, and those little lights was not really bright, but you can see where you're going, which I thought that's why I showed you guys. I thought it was freaking cool.
You better hold them like drunk doing that. They're like, who got the light?
But it's not bright, so it's like little
I
like
know,
you
but
can
you're like,
see.
who did that?
That is funny. But in the drawer,
Oh,
where the
man.
ice it is a refrigerator in there. If anybody was concerned, and they do have the ice bucket, and you can go get it. And they have plastic cups because now they don't do regular cups anymore with their logos on it. But it was like you could see that was a nice size. That was a really big room for standard room. So I was
That's
like,
fine with me because I love a big bed and big shower. Just the
I
room.
love the shower, and that was genius. That's why I said I love that they put the where you turn the faucet and stuff on the opposite side, because then you could figure out, okay, this is the right temperature before you're under it and getting burnt
Like
or
this.
exactly. So while it's on, you put your hand right under it. Okay, that's the right, and then you get done. And it had a really great pressure. I love
I love the powerful pressure for sure.
and definitely on my neck. Oh, thank you, Jesus. But yeah, that was the room, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's show. Thank you for tuning in, checking in on us, even on a Tuesday when I'm normally here, Whitney. So yeah, we need to book another trip. But yeah, thank you for tuning up for Whitney Escapes on Tuesday. So that means I'm not going to be live tomorrow, but we'll be back here next week on what day is that? May 5th. I have a special guest that I will be coming on. So please stay tuned. I think you guys are going to really love it and be surprised. And that will be on Wednesday. But thank you guys for being loyal. And me and Quest got a lot of things.
Okay, don't worry. Stop the whole show to check your notification. It's not a problem.
Well,
It's not
you know
wait
what?
on you.
It throws me off because we have Apple products. They link to. I got the Apple book, laptop, and the phone. So everything's linking, and I'm like, what the heck? And then I'm not sure if it's my business or my personal because they both go to my laptop. So I'm like, who just sent me that? So it just throws me off. I apologize, but like I was saying, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys, and we'll be here next week with a special guest. Thank you, Quest, for your GLM team who was working behind the scenes to make sure this podcast goes off flawless and the guys could still see my room. So I really appreciate you all for coming in. Yeah, especially that guest DJ, oh baby G. And then we send you a link and you don't come on, so don't start that. So, but we put you on here for real. You got to entertain everybody. But thank you again. You already know where to follow all of us at TQuestGLM. On all social media platform when these escape. And thanks you guys for who was talking to us. We love talking back and forth. If you have any ideas, topics, let us know.
Do you work too much, constantly on the go, miss hanging out with friends, family, or even yourself? Do you ever feel like you need an escape? Whitney's Escapes is here to help with just that. We specialize in family travel, autism travel, group trips, vacations, staycations, and more. So when you're ready for your next escape, make sure you contact us at whitneysescapes.com. Follow us on social media at Whitney's Escapes as well. Whitney's Escapes, where your dreams become your